a family setup, a nuclear family, used to be a part of the society. So from nuclear, you go to your neighborhood. So a couple of nuclear families made a neighborhood. And that neighborhood supported each other, where like your kids will all be raised together. So like if one mother is not around, hakukuwa tina shida,
you don't have to worry about
your kids.
Oh, the way our moms used to say, kwao, I don't know if your parents have told you such stories. My mom usually tells me their mom was a teacher.
Yeah.
So when the mom was at work or she used to teach children within the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So there was no way you'd make a blunder, because at the end of the day, Mama Grace, who is my mom, will go and tell your mother back at home.
Yeah.
Just don't think because your mom is not here. Hatajua kenye inafanyika shule. Yeah.
So everyone was aligned kwa sababu your mom is a teacher, huko kwingine labda my father is a netwaji matatu driver, so akikuona huko kwa nini atakusema ama my dad is a shopkeeper ama your mom, you get to me those. The society was just one unit of society. Where we've gotten to right now is my house is my house. I don't know anyone who lives in my apartment. I don't know anyone else, any of the other families. And it's not that I don't care, I just do not know them.
You don't have a WhatsApp group where you live?
No, see, we live with our landlord. So the landlord...
every issue is addressed to them.
Yeah.
You don't visit your neighbor like...
We have like... We are just 4 houses in my nini.
And you don't have a WhatsApp?
I know one of them, but I know one of them. The other one I don't necessarily know her. I'ma know what goes on in their family. So if anything even happened, let's assume that something happens in that next house. Because we don't necessarily have a rapport, even her knocking into my door and asking for, hey, Niaji, I'm not feeling well, could you call for me could you call for me an Uber, take me to this place? It will be hard. Right now I'm trying to build a rapport with the one upstairs because he has a kid, we are sort of technically the same age, kiasi, so I'm trying to build a support system, a support community around my family.
So how are you going about that? Are you like having lunch mnawitana?
No.
It even starts in the simple
hakuna kitu kama hiyo. You just start exactly.
Because I think I've been to places where it's a thing, like they have this
yes, true. I guess you get there, but you see saizi pale tuko, if I don't necessarily know you, how do I even start having a meeting? Probably our landlord could do that and be like, let Mbuzi watu wajuane. Ama I could do that, ama someone could do it, but someone has to make the first step. So for me that is sort of what I look at as a community that of people. A lot of times people get that once they start the process of getting married ama hizo vitu zote. But before you get there, ukiwa kwa apartment, you're a single man, you're a single woman, and this is an apartment full of single men and single women. The first thing I find is it is very easier to hook up
than knowing each other.
To hook up.
Like
in the apartment, like see, tuko kwa apartment kama bed sitters. Everyone here is single. Nikikusmailia, you are single. You'll be single for a while.
When I see your boyfriend or not, you are single. Because
nikikusmailia, when you smile, there can be a hookup there. So it's easier for hookups to happen nowadays than it was before. Before, you'd live in your mom's place up until you get a serious man who removes you out of your mom's place. Sindio?
Yeah.
Nowadays, men look at it like this. Mimi niko na vyombo zangu hapa. Nisipopika, kuna kibanda iko pale ako pale chini ataniuzia chapati. Kuna place nitaenda nikule nyama na maboys. Hata kama sina maboys, nitaenda tu nikule nyama. I can go to a meat joint, nikule tuka nyama peke yangu na nirudi kwangu na nilale. Ni watch movies, nicheze game, niko na mabeshte wangu wa game. For many men, we don't have a reason to be sociable. The only reason we have is to impress girls.
apartments a whole week. Nobody's
But
noticing
you
because you don't say hi to your
yeah.
soldier. You
No,
don't
no,
say
no.
hi to your
Women are the ones who
neighbors.
don't do that.
No,
Men
no,
do
no.
that.
I support this because sisi
Mimi napiga simu na mama
around 3
mboga.
years ago.
Hapana.
Was it
I
3,
swear.
20,
Uko na maji, imagine hakuna maji. Women like
for
complaining a
women,
lot.
it's a gathering thing.
Lazima
The
complain.
people who would have happen a thing like that, where someone has died in the house, then no one knows. Most of the times nowadays it's women, not men.
No,
Kwa sababu
Bob.
mimi even if I have men, for instance, even if I have nothing, I have jobless corner nothings. Women, when you don't have anything, you just have yourself. Because what you guys do is you band around something. So we went to work together. We went to school together. We have a reason for being together. Poor women don't hang out as much as poor men.
But you see,
True or false?
True.
Like
but
I'm talking
you
about
see,
women who don't have anything. Like
what
False.
I'm saying.
Some aspect of it is true.
The two of you, let's say you're not employed. Sindio?
Yeah.
Let's say, how many of your friends will you hang out with if you're not employed?
I feel like it's a lot, but because
No, the unemployed ones mostly.
the unemployed ones.
Because the employed are busy. They don't have time on their hands. So wakitoka job, they're already tired.
So
They want
Donauliza,
rest.
how many women have that, even at your age? Because the two of you are just finished uni saizi. Sindio?
Why
So,
hapana sasa kuna watu wengi
A
wamegraduate.
year or two.
Wamekaa miaka mbili.
a year or two. Sindio? A year or two. For both of you, I swear, I don't know, but I swear, the way I see it, I usually see is you will stay in the circle that you have as long as that circle is willing to stay with you.
And what is the
For
length
men,
of this
for men it's
willingness?
like this.
Uh.
If I go to a keg joint, I don't have to. Wananijua, tunajuana. If I don't come to the keg joint tomorrow, it's like, hey, wait. Bob, hey, myself, Jonah, Bob. They know. And you see, back in the day that used to be, you have a wife who knows where you are. Hata ukienda pahali, anajua kibora changu kiko
But the
Mombasa.
only difference is our communities are different. Your community is keg. For ladies probably, their community ni labda kwa soko.
Yeah.
Then zile nini zilingia
Yes, but
fresh.
how
Zikiwa
long?
mpya.
How long do you sustain that? You see, men can sustain keg mpaka they are 70. They can start at 20 na mpaka 70. They continue sustaining hiyo keg. Women cannot sustain. So wewe unaendaga kwa mama mboga unamuongelesha. You have a rapport with them.
Nimpe kiingie niambie.
Yes, but there is going to be more of you who ask her the same thing. So you're not a community to her. Mama Mboga does not look at you like there's going to be 10 of you who ask her about the fresh thing. Sindio? So if you look at Mama Mboga as your community, a lot of times she's not. So for a woman, I don't necessarily. So for me, I am looking at it like this. Men have a capacity. I'm talking about capacity here. Men have a capacity of just being there.
But you've also said that you guys don't have a reason to be sociable, right?
But bado pia ni uongo
Yes,
juu.
but you see, being there doesn't mean you're not sociable. Me, every time
But if you have a cake joint, you can go to
every
every
time
day.
I walk past here, there is someone who will give a 50 bob. There's someone who will give a, so when I'm tapatia 20 bob, you see, for nothing. No, I'm not saying for nothing. Just evil. Not that I'm a very like MP.
Una hand out tokens.
But okay, the conversation. Let's just take it back to where the conversation was. So it was a podcast that I saw that was saying women have it bad nowadays in terms of getting with men. Kwa sababu, I think the undertone was feminism. The undertone was, a lot of it was blaming feminism and that whole nini. So the lie that was told to women, and the sad reality, the sad truth of dating in this day and age for women. Because what that lady was saying was, bars, that thing for going to the bar and someone hitting on you is such a recent thing. It's something that happened 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
70s, 60s, 50s, there was nothing like going to the bar and talking to women. Women are not in bars.
You'd never find them.
Even clubs, like you go, like golf clubs. they never used to be like, women will not be able to be members of golf clubs. You'd only be a member if your husband was a nini, and you'd only not be a member for a golf club to play. You'd be a member to go to to go to the swimming pool, to go to the restaurant, go to the tennis court, but it's not at it. I won't say it in a bad way, but that was the reality up until, let's even say for a place like Kenya, up until like something like 2000. 2000 is when women started smoking in public. Do you see how soon it was for us to talk about going to the bar and being hit on by a guy? The places where people used to get hit on were libraries, churches, where else? Kwa stage,
and also people went to, because there were a lot of mixed day schools boarding, so
there were not that many, but back in me when I was growing up, hata kuko na boarding here.
No, but me, for my parents, because they met in high school.
Online.
So waliendaga kama funky or something?
No, they were in the same high school for 4 years.
Hiyo ni miaka gani?
Yeah.
It used to be mixed.
Yes.
Boarding ama?
Yeah, it was a boarding Catholic school actually.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but now the difference was the
dog. Your parents are millennials.
My parents have already clocked their half of a century.
Seriously, I'm wondering, like I've never.
Yeah, I think the one
what was it called?
It was called Gikondi, the one where Sister Irene Nyadha was from.
Oh, the one from Nyeri.
Yes.
Allah?
It was a missionary. It was not a day school. There were people who were day scholars, but for them they were also boarding. They were also boarding. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I didn't know that. So
for them, it was a 4-year run. Wakapoteleanwa, and then one
that's how they knew each other.
Yeah, and then one day in Nairobi they meet again. In Nairobi, after venye watu maliza.
And you see, that is what dating is. For a lot of people, I don't know you the way people know each other nowadays. Like, I see you kwa stage. Every day nakuonanga kwa stage.
Lakini
sijai kusalimia. One day there is something that will happen, nitakusalimia. Then to move kutoka kuonana to kusalimiana.
Let me ask you.
But a lot of times when it comes from, so when nowadays I think what usually happens is nikiona dem, like a young person seeing a young girl, atam-approach to hivyo. Bila kuwa nako ka reason ka ile embarrassment ya ile sisi we went through.
I know, Bob.
It's not like that.
Ama wengine wataku-approach like entitlement.
I think like entitlement, yeah, they feel like if you don't talk to them now, it will be lashing of insults to you.
Ama there's a kind of response they wanted, and if you don't reciprocate that.
Tinder. Akona Tinder access.
No, like I don't,
like
because
the thing that we were looking for was we were trying to get with you. So sex or whatever it is that you're trying to get from a girl when you approach them. Sindio? But nowadays they have access to that in droves. Like OnlyFans, Instagram imejaa nudity, TikTok, yote, everything, and anywhere. We just have access to nudity all over the place.
Yeah.
So
me as a young person who's 23, 22, when I look at you, I'm like, nikiona hiyo struggle hiki kidema ziki najifanyanga sana hapa kwa stage. I just say, okay, hapana, wacha tu. So you've seen this guy who's mali safi for you. This guy has also seen you, but he feels like it's going to be an uphill battle getting with you.
Why does he feel that?
Yeah, have you tried?
Why does he feel that?
Because
he hasn't even approached me.
Because he has access to other women.
I'm
saying, forget even the difficulty. I have Tinder in my phone. So I know you're not on Tinder.
How do you know?
Like this. I know your name. So neighbor yangu.
Scenario ya matatu. Hii ya matatu hapo ndio tuko.
Ya matatu. Sasa nimekuona hapo. Si ndio?
Umekuwa ukiniona sisi.
Nimekuwa nikikuona. Si ndio? Wewe ni mali safi na mimi nadhani mimi ni mali safi.
Kila mtu anaendaga job.
Si ndio? Tunaendaga job sisi wote walini. Job kuna mademo na nidai. Na kuna demu nadai pia job. So tuko na options. You see, back in the day, I used to live in Buruburu and go to work in town. I never had an option of anything else Like sitaenda ati Kileleshwa nione mademo wa Kile, sitaenda Karen nione mademo wa Karen, sitaenda Juja nione mademo wa Juja. Saizi I have those chicks on my phone. Access, like I'm talking about like I have access to these chicks on my phone. Kuna demo anini hapa ananismaileanga, ananitumiaga DMs.
Na na comment hapo chini ya post looking hard.
Exactly.
Wow.
So saizi, I'm not saying it from the guy's side peke yake. I'm just saying I bet for chicks it was an interesting thing, and I wanted to hear your side of things because it feels like on the guy's side, the thing that we wanted from chicks, it's easy for us to get in droves.
But
and then fikiria hivi, it used to be frowned upon to be with a 21-year-old when you're extremely old.
Yeah.
Saizi the girls who come out kutoka 18, fair game. Saizi tuko we are 22. There's a chick who just finished high school last year.
But msholo game kweli. I feel like the reason they go, it's because nasemanga question yourself as an 18-year. Julize mbona yuko with people his age, amekujia wewe, because haizi fika bei the people.
But besides our baba, let's quote them that, even people my age, my age right now, they're very willing to date 18-year-olds, 19.
Even women.
I know.
Even women.
From the people I'm interacting with, the moment
men
like,
our age.
Yes.
Then they are going upwards.
No, actually, no. Nile watakuwa like they have like a limit, 19 and below. No, they have a.
But 18 and 19 are fairly the same thing.
Apana, 20 kwenda juu. Ama if it's like my friends who are like 26, 26 and 28. If you're 23 and below, no. Like.
But what about you at 23?
Tell us your experience. Yeah, your experience of approaching guys.
Approaching.
Yeah.
No, kabuta is grave and atana na shaka. I do.
Angalia.
I do approach
like in public, done it, shoot your shot kind of.
Yeah.
And did you
but not shoot your shot like, hi, I like the way you dressed. I like you.
So you're not a strategist? Because me, I strategize. I will look for you. I will mark you, and I will get you.
No, may just compliment you. If
but you see, that's a manly thing to do.
Yeah, which is very odd.
It's a fast bondora thing.
Yeah,
but you see, the appeal of wife material is called. That's the one. No. It's not solemn. They're not calm. They're not solemn.
When you
those wife material atakuapproach but akumake kufikiria ndio umemapproach.
So
yeah.
So it's not there's no strategy. It is like she will do something. Like wameona amefika kwa stage, angushe pasi yake hapo tu mbele yako.
Ama aingie aanze kuangalia amekaa wapi?
Is it
amekaa wapi? Hebu nimtafute. Aone basi kiti yenye iko kando hakuna mtu achanene nikae hapo.
Akikuja kwa stage anajua huko, utaona anatoka kwa nyumba yake 7. Anangojea anaona ndio ile boys pull up
anajua ni master yako ya mama mboga.
So there used to be that level up until the point when ukiapproachiwa sasa ndio asa naona activate side nyingine.
But I'd like to, so for you, I'd like to get it clearly. You have never gone like full mode on somebody that you want.
Full mode ni aje?
Full mode can you explain?
What do you approach? How do you approach?
Yeah, how does your approach work?
You're
like
feminists.
if you see somebody and you're like, I think
so should we just hi, I like what you've done.
And if they don't respond?
If they're reciprocative, obviously it will start something. Because I've noticed with a lot of men, others they just didn't approach you because they were unsure of how you'll react. But if anything, walikuwa wamekuona, look approach and they're like, oh, you think I'm cute? Nice. If anything, let's carry it on. No, if they're dismissive, it's okay. I don't take it as a big thing. You
boost their confidence by telling them that, but you don't pick their interest in you.
Actually, most of the times I find they were interested, they were just shy to come up. Others, I've been dismissed here, and it's not like a big deal. Oh, I have a girlfriend, okay.
Also, it's not
a big deal.
Not you look bad, it's I have a girlfriend. You know, those are two different things.
Who looks bad?
No, there people would say, me just like petite girl. I think I've had that.
All men love all types of women. Like petite.
That's a lie.
No, there There's some who are very like choosing the kind of women they like and their outward appearance.
But everybody's choosing.
Everyone goes with a type. You have a type. When you look at all your exes, when you look at all your exes, when you look at all your exes, they have something very similar.
No.
If you look well, okay, ukisimamishwa hapa wote.
Apart from character, apart from their values.
See values
like what do you mean similar?
A physique thing.
You won't believe.
I think I've done masculine men, I've done.
Oh, maybe funny.
Maybe something like that. Not even physique, but there's something that you find attractive in men. So I don't necessarily think that reproduction is a factor of. So if we look at a relationship, so right now many women are, for lack of a better, they are more stable than men in terms of employment. They are better employees. Tuanze kutoka hapo.
They're earning well.
No. So it's not even about they're earning well. It's a lot of times. So the truth is, even right now, we still have the places where for the same job, women are paid less.
Yeah, true.
Mostly because women are, I can't even say timid, but they're changing now, but they used to be timid. So right now, they are better employees in terms of they know their work and they do it better. Men ni vichwa ngumu, they will steal from you, they will, saizi, women are also doing that, but not in that many numbers. So the more people want to employ, they employ better women because women do most of the jobs better than men. Yes. So an accountant, most likely, a woman accountant will be probably a better accountant than a man accountant. If you look at most jobs, and I don't know why, I think men have, the thing that men have is, we have the confidence booster. So men will probably be...
Boost?
What a confidence booster?
Confidence booster will be, ule mtu, there's some jobs, ukipatia CEO, you don't want a CEO who is always truthful with everything. So there's some jobs, I'm not saying a CEO is the one, but there's a lot of jobs which, when a man does it, atakuwa na Kiswahili better kuifanya. So for instance, kuuza pombe, if you're selling to other men alcohol as a woman, it's going to be a hard sell.
Hard or easy?
Hard sell. Kwa sababu, hard sell because of this.
Hey.
The way I've seen it. Me, if I see someone like me drinking a drink, I'll be like more persuaded than if I see someone else who's not like me. So a man like me drinking it, I'll be like, okay, cool. But a woman drinking the same drink, trying to sell me the drink, I'm going to be like,
Kwa nini?
You'll start thinking that the drink is feminine. It's too feminine.
Just say.
Just like
men are hard animals. So men, and going back
to that,
we are hard animals. We just come together. Na hata tukikata maji, tunakata maji pamoja. Look, 3 men, tumepatana tu hivi, tumetoana hata kwa job, we are trying to have a drink.
See, the same thing
women also had
yes, but you see, for the society good, it's not good for women to be that.
Why? Which society? Who's saying?
For this society of ours. Because women are complaining.
No.
So I'm asking, has it been easy for you guys to get boyfriends?
Boyfriends? Yeah.
No, it's because men are bad.
Okay, it's not hard.
Yeah, character, values,
No.
character.
Let me take it as
okay, on my end it's been hard. Okay, I should escape from this.
It's not because men are bad that you're not getting boyfriends.
It's because they are bad.
No, it's not. We are not.
No, men, there's something. It's always something
but
with a
those
nigger.
people, they have wives.
No.
No, they have Luo men who have wives. A lot of Luo men. No, a lot of Luo men have wives. I'm not talking about you generalize. You said Luo men are ex. So there's a lot of Luo men who have wives. There's a lot of Luya men who have wives. There's a lot of Kikuyu men who have wives. There's a lot of any other Kenyan tribe who have wives.
But there's a big percentage of, like, for example,
maybe your age.
For example, this allegedly,
supposedly.
In town, the most Kalenjin men of this, they have wives, but they're not here.
Oh yeah, yes.
So what's the problem with that?
Ni wenyewe wako hapa. Wenyewe wako huku.
Kwa sababu wako huku.
Wako jina mimi.
Si wana nini wanatusumbua huku kwa nini? Wanatutafuta pale pale kitu tunafanya.
But I don't know. I wouldn't say ati for me it's been hard. It's just that
Do
the
you
people
have
approaching me and
any
not
of the people, forget who are approaching you. Do you have anyone who has been potential?
I
No, not
Somebody-
even eyed. Someone who you've been with. Who you can look back and be like, fuck, that one.
Really fumble.
Really fumble.
Ama like they had a potential to be something.
Yeah.
More than just a boyfriend.
Hata kasi ulifumble, but mlifumble kwa sana.
Yeah, I think there are two people along the way who I really wish we didn't get to the point of dating because we were really good friends. Like,
Yes, but you see, friendship, again, that thing I was telling you, companionship, friendship, that is not anywhere to do with relationships.
But
So
We've
you're
accepted
saying
that
your
in this day and age,
question-
we've accepted that we need to be friends to be together. Friendship is
not
hard.
really, but friendship will help. There are times I don't want you to be a
yeah,
partner.
you
I
don't
want
have
you to be a friend.
Yeah, okay, I understand the fact that we don't have to be actually friends, and also what she's saying is true. In the cases where there are days you don't want your partner to be your partner, you want them to just be your friend. Like
That's
understand things from a focal point where if you are sitting
From
with
a
your
female
friends,
Because I feel like if my
men
friends could be
cannot do
partners,
that. Men cannot.
They can.
They cannot. Let me tell you the truth.
That's why you
the
can't
only
survive without
reason,
wives.
Skiza, the only reason why. The only reason why I'm taking myself back to my dating life. The only reason why I spent any amount of time with most of the women who I have been with, or some of them that I've been
friends or not.
with, friends or not, is to feign interest so that I get with them.
And that was not.
That was
Aye,
it.
apana. Bob, that's
A lot
you.
of times, I'm not talking about Linet Kyengo. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's not natural for me to sit down and be like,
So you want to tell
And
me all the
when
friends
I
have been
listen,
talking to
when I
that's
listen,
what
especially men, when I listen, if it is only the friendship of na kusikiza stories zako na hakuna anything more, like tunanunua kashamba na wewe tunafanya hii like you're helping me with this, you're doing all of these things, I don't have a reason to listen. So a lot of times my ears inaingiaga hapa inapitia huko. So sasa hizo ni
But for women, that's enough.
eh?
For women, that's enough.
But you see, you want us to
That's
also
why you pretend to listen to your wife, but
Skiza.
usikize nyana.
but you see, when you're friends, you see, my wife, I can pretend to listen to my wife and move on, na yeye asikie vizuri kwa sababu amesikizwa. But you see, a friend, you want to get something out of the friendship.
So wait,
A friendship, if you correct me if I'm wrong, if ukiongelesha kavutai, but utanotice the first time utamwongelesha uone anakusikia inapita, you will notice.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu utaona hiki kidema hata akinaga stories zangu. Si ndio?
Because I expect you to be responsive.
Exactly.
But not all the time.
But most of the time.
Most of the time.
Okay.
Most of the time. Si ndio?
But me, Bob, I want to ask you one question as we go along the way. So right now, as per where you are,
That
Do you
see-
have-
you see that podcast by the way? It was a woman who was saying that. It was not the man who was saying it.
yeah,
But
and
she's one-
I
she's one
remember she
woman.
said
She's a
she said
sociologist.
she got a lot of controversy from feminists.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd be angry to some point as a feminist, but then some things she was saying were a bit of a reality that has come to be, that we have come to live with. Like, it's something that you would never have wanted it to be like that, but now, oops, that's what happened. So, I wanted to ask you, do you, so far, do you have friendships that, whether they're work related with the women in your industry?
Yes.
And how do you work around that?
Because
We've
clearly
been, we've
it
been
seems to be
friends.
very hard.
We've been friends with them for multiple years, where we've gone through the phases of
You not wanting to listen?
not even me not wanting to listen, but the phases of I've seen them getting into marriages, I've seen them growing up, I've seen that we were in uni together, we did all of these things, and I've seen them growing together. Now we've grown together in life. So there are those people from uni. It's a funnel. From uni, we were 50 people who are friends like this. So easy. If the person who I'm very good friends with, one of them is a woman, like you cannot take back the life we've lived together. Does that make sense? Like you used to see a friend of mine, or all of these things. So friendships after 10 years is not the same as friendships. You guys are just having 2-year friendships size, like realistic friendships.
Me, the ones I'm telling
Even the
you
women
that
you
are
have,
solid.
even the women you have, the friends that you have, the most you can say it's like 8 years, 4 years of high school, 4 years of uni.
No, primary.
No, primary.
Sasa ndio nasema.
Ametema kile kibidi.
Many of the ones who we went to primary with, si wengi mlienda nao high school pamoja. Si ndio? Many of them are not as close. So from primary you probably have 1. From high school you probably have 2. From uni you probably have 3 or 4.
But now
Sindio?
I'm really
Correct me if I'm
shocked.
wrong, sindio?
Yeah.
Sindio?
That's enough from uni.
That's true. Kutoka wale wa uni, the ones who are employed, if 3 of them are employed now, you are still friends. The more you continue being unemployed, it's going to be harder for you to continue with the friendship.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Ah, okay.
Men, on the flip side, you're my best friend. We drink together. Ni hivyo tu. The only thing that will make a man's friendship break is disrespect. In whichever format. If you disrespect a man from another man, ni hivyo, like that's over. Like there's no need there. You know, men's realities have never changed since Adam. Maisha yetu ni hivi tu.
Hapana,
Adam alitoka.
But I wanted to ask more.
Sassiness, yes,
I want to ask
sassiness,
more.
how you
Then
men are very
what
sassy.
what has this many friendships for men done? And we are seeing them each and every day come out and say, oh, I didn't have a space to talk about this, or I didn't have anyone to check in on me.
Yes,
so,
because right now it is a thing that the society does. You see, back in the day, men used to have the same mental issues. You still had your own struggles. That does not change.
But
the only thing that is happening right now is now people talk about their thing. Like, oh, you know, I'm not feeling so well. I'm doing X, I'm not doing well. But you see, back in the day, for a man, now for even the society to prosper, it used to be the men in this society of ours, in the courier society, when the other courier comes to attack them, the other village comes to attack them, hakuna maneno ya ati men, kuna wale wamelala nafikiri hapa, wataamka, they fight this battle, na wapigane, they will die, tuendelee na maisha. The next day you wake up, you go through that same thing. Sindio? That mentality of mimi mwanaume. Your mentality, you understand what I mean by mimi mwanaume. You get? Saizi, it has not changed. It's just that right now, I have access to someone who is telling me, another man who is telling me, another woman who is telling me, hey, as a man, you need to think about X, Y, and Z, Z, Y, and Z. Sawa. Mimi, I think that mental issues that we have as men, they come from, I will not say it.
It has, but watch and compare how it has changed. For example, like kitambo, like men, they knew like they had to court ladies, they had to form a family. Squeezy, when you listen to men like even talking in podcasts, like I earn, and say me I earn like 6, 7, 8 figures. He knows he's tall. What let the woman come and look for me. Like it has changed. Now your definition of friendship.
Back to access. I have women who look like you. Who, if I buy them a
but
drink,
I promise you are not chasing them.
Exactly. Ndio hiyo nasema who look like you.
But it has kitambo walikuwa wana chase. They wanted to court
and that's
ladies.
where you guys are missing.
They value ladies for being women.
But you see, the few women who are there who are women. Who are respectful women, like the old women, the old version of.
The one who was not a feminist.
Even amongst our generation, there are people
the one who's not a feminist. Let me just put it like that.
So what is wrong with them being a feminist?
There's nothing wrong with that, and
they don't deserve to be chased.
That's not the issue. That's not the issue. The only thing that I think happened, I might be wrong, but the only thing that I think happened is the thing that you think is attractive for men is not the thing that is attractive for men.
Okay, give us a case in point. For example, we think you guys love people with big nyash, but then it's not wife material.
They listen.
Case in point. Gym wear. Zile gym. Not just gym pants, na kathing.
Yeah.
Walking in the streets. That's not attractive.
says Bob.
No, I would want to hook up with you, but I don't want you to be mine. I would not want my wife to walk around like that.
Unajua no mnatakanga bibi mafala.
See bibi mafala, I'm just saying, see bibi fala, I'm just saying that there's a level of...
But you want to walk with a vest, shorts.
No. If my wife does not want a man who walks with a vest...
You listen and not wear.
She will not be with me. She will not be with me. But correct, most women who have their husbands, they met them at their worst.
But
they met their husbands at their worst.
Yes. When men are single, they are at their worst. Wewe ukikuja kwangu,
but was squeezing, they are not at their worst. They have Audis, they have cars parked outside.
Because those are the things that they require to attract women. Those are the things, the shiny objects that
but
they have.
But then they are not attracting them.
But you see,
you're saying
they are attracting them. You see, for men, look at it this way. They are getting sex, they have women who go with kids, they wako nazo, si ndio? Women come, wako. Women are more than men. Outnumbered. Kitu kama 6-4. It's getting even more. Like at some point, Africa 7-4.
But then, Tessa, Bob, there's something you had mentioned about the desire of men wanting to have kids and the essence of now the institution of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So let's first acknowledge the fact that one, modern day men wanazalisha huku nje, mtu hata ajui mtoto wake ni nani. Like he did whatever he did and was told and never bothered to even look for that person again, or even I don't know, like just know what your baby looks like. Let's just start from there.
You see, again, we just jumped the gun to all of this. Man already has a kid with a woman.
Yeah, he's having multiple, in fact.
Yeah. But a majority of women are saying that they don't have men, they don't have access to, whether it's quality men or not. But a majority of women are relooking how they look for men. So right now you say
they're getting comfortable.
You said that you're willing to pay someone to give you a kid.
Yeah.
And you don't want them to even be dealt with in any way with that kid.
If they are not somebody we can live in the same space with.
How you raise a child is not by yourself.
But
how
now,
you raise a child is you have things that you can give that child. Mannerisms, all of these things that you can give to that child. Care, compassion, all of those things. Men have kujirusha tu, kuendelea tu, maisha yao tu iko tu. Wanaume wanakuanga tu ile tu, wanamkanga tu wanasema I'm going, naenda Mombasa nitafika.
But
okay, you cannot give them, however much you act like a man, you cannot give them anything a man will give them.
And now you see Bob, because I feel like
even for our parents they used to like work like throughout. You could ungeona mzee like maybe weekend ile siku
hiyo weekend atakuja. That one weekend as long as ako hapa tutafanya homework. Like we used to look up to our dads. Like there's nothing, unless me I don't know about women, but for me, when my dad was around, like I'd be in my best behavior, I will do the things that were required of me, I will try to impress him.
But then you see,
because I knew he's the one who provided, he's the one who was there, like he was there for us. At the time, and you see, for me probably it will be, I come from a different era where both my parents worked, yes, but it was always like my dad ameenda kutafuta.
But unajua haina difference even with a single mom. I know that the person who was there for me.
But you
the
see,
child still grows.
When they grow, it's not still grows. You see now you see how you
because we cannot.
You need to. A lot of women need to accept that men are required for children's growth.
But then actually, what they make it worse. No, but what do you do when?
Not all men. You see how hii kitu ya prayer. We usually say this thing. When I sit here and I believe something is wrong, all the men I will get, I'll just get men who are wrong. There's a lot of men out there who are good. The belief that you have, the belief system that you have specifically around men, you need a husband to build a family with. Yes, you can build with another woman. You can have a same-sex relationship with someone else if that's your thing. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying that even those who are same-sex women, to some extent, they can do everything a man can do. I agree with that. But it does not have to be like that. You need your father to come and do some stuff for your boy. So if you're a woman, your uncles, your father, all of those people, they are part of the men who raised this child. You cannot sit here and say that children can only be raised by women. Yes, they can be. But yes, they can be. But it should not be like that.
But now, Bob, where does it leave the man who decided to walk out on his children?
Skiza. That is not a new phenomenon. This is not the first generation of men who've walked out on women.
But it's happening more.
Yeah.
No, it's not happening more.
Community, it was
it's not happening more.
It was looked down upon.
Let me tell you the truth. It is not happening.
Because they are not being looked down upon. If anything, atapata another wife.
Yes, people take them in.
Hata kiacho yote atapata another wife.
It was easier for them to do that then. Way easier. Like
people never walked out of their families. They married
ndio nasema it was easier for a man to go and have a second wife somewhere else.
You are not walking out on your family. You are still providing for them. You will show up.
Huko America, they used to walk away. Na wanaenda wakiendaga. There's a lot of that, like black, especially in the black community. In America, there's a lot of that. Huku siku hizi, the reason why men don't run away is because
men actually do away.
No, like I mean, wanatoroka. Unajua utamwona ka deadbeat hapo kwa streets.
Deadbeat. Bob, do you know there are people who have sad children have had men speak with their own mouth? They don't know how their children look. From the day they were told, I am pregnant for you, they have never bothered to go look back at those children, see how they.
Me and you were 22. We're just out of uni, sindio? Wanasemanga men 3 years, like someone who's, that guy was saying, a man who has an IQ of 170 is the same as someone who has, the woman who has an IQ of 70.
No, a man who has a 70 is the same as you having.
A man who has an IQ of 170 is the same as a lady who has an IQ of 70. Their mental
you're brighter than a man. In terms
of a lot of social cues.
I'm brighter than a man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But you see, the thing is, it does not matter whether you're brighter than or not.
No, there's something you were saying about this case that I've given you because it's something somebody said with their mouth.
So this one for men living.
Yeah, no, this particular person told me from the day he was told I am pregnant for you, and it has been 4 years ago.
I was saying, me and you just got a kid. You told me you were pregnant. Now we hooked up on Tinder. Boss, get the hair out of here.
But Sister Bob,
there's no difference. Just because ataka mli hook up on hair.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I'm saying, like I've known you one day.
And you got me pregnant.
So now that one day gives you the freedom to walk out on me.
No, but you see, back in the day, if I hooked up with a chick, I knew her from nilikuwa namuonaga church.
How?
There's a history. I'm not justifying anything. I'm not justifying anything.
Because I do
I'm not justifying anything.
Because I don't know this woman, I would have put down.
Because I don't know they would get you.
I'm saying this. And you see, now we are moving away from the conversation. Back to the conversation of in support of women. I'm not here against women. I'm saying that a lot of women are sitting here and saying it's acceptable for you to pay a man. That's an acceptable thing to say in a society. To pay a man to give you a child and then move away. You see?
Yeah.
That's where we are in this society. I am saying it should not be like that.
But then what are you saying about the ones who are running away?
I am saying how many people would you say run away from their responsibilities?
A lot.
Yes, a lot being and let's get out of the echo chamber and just look at our lives. How many men do you know? Give me the number of men you know.
Who have?
No, number of men.
The ones I don't know anyway.
Give me a number. Will it be 1,000? Will it be 900?
The ones I know personally.
You just know the men you know. The one who know their stories.
Stories in terms of
Their personal lives, like their personal lives. Like them in a, I know this guy is married, he has 2 kids. I know this guy, he's searching. I know, how many do you know? Give me a number.
10,
50.
It's a lot.
No, it's not. I promise you, it's not.
Like when you count your uncles, all of those people who you know, cousins, nini, it's a lot.
I'm counting them.
So
I'm counting them.
How many?
15.
15. How many of them are deadbeats?
Most are not married. Apart from the uncles, most of them are not married. And from the
yes, but
sasa niseme leo kweli naona huyu uncle ni deadbeat lakini
yes, but he's still there for his family. He's like we were talking about deadbeats.
Deadbeat, you know, deadbeat is also a man who is in the house and doesn't wake up to go to work.
Ameenda kazi Nairobi.
Yeah, it's okay.
I know around
money they never show.
I know around 6 of them.
How many men do you know?
30.
30. Yeah. So 6 out of 30.
That's a fifth.
Best case scenario. That's a fifth of this society. But I will posit that many of the men you know who you think are deadbeats and the women you don't know their lives. Those women who stay with them for whatever reason. Mimi tulikuanga na wewe maze ukiwa una earn 180k saizi una slump nini kidogo you get out of it sawa. There's the support function where we have for each other. So if we're in a relationship, there's the expected support function. So it could be the other way around as well. There's a lot of women who've lost jobs. Now men support them. They've taken them to school. Alafu kidogo mtoka. So now she's better, whatever it is. Those stories are there. If we look at the negativity in the society, it's on both sides, women and men.
But women are trying their best.
Women are trying their best.
Said, Bob,
the thing that when we say women are trying their best is a lot of times the child remains with the woman.
Yeah.
So in most instances, it looks like women are not the problem, but in a lot of cases, when you look at that situation, ukisikiza when you go back and interact hiyo story yote unakutanga the woman has 50% of reason for this thing breaking up and the man has 50% of reason for this thing breaking up. It's never.
And how does it contribute to you being a deadbeat?
Yeah.
Yes,
why are you not playing your role? Just continue playing your role. Why that doesn't give you an excuse. Mimi naendelea kuwa mama even after all this.
We are past that point. We are not talking about those ones who have children out of wedlock. Children in wedlock. We're not talking about that.
Okay.
The thing we were talking about today was women who are interested in men are finding it harder to get with men.
Oh, there's a point you mentioned.
Yes, that's what we were talking about. We're not talking about the deadbeats of society, which is an easy thing to go when we talk about men and women.
But now
what did I say?
Like the reason why it's hard is because the version men want of women, the version they want is a version of a woman who's not educated and a feminist. No, that's the version you have of a good wife, a person who should be
every man looks for his mom. And every woman looks for his dad.
You want an educated lady, but her mannerisms. You want her mannerisms to be that of a.
Look. I'm talking about appeal. I've said I don't find it appealing. Me, it's not sexy. It's very sexy. And when I say I want to hook up with you, but it's not something.
But as a wife, it's not sexy.
No.
Yeah. As a man, where's that?
For me,
where's the mother in you?
For me, I'm just saying me. I can look at it and be like. When I go to a club and see you like that, I'm like, hey, there's areas where you can do it. But I'm just saying it shouldn't be like 8 in the morning.
In my home?
Not in my home. In my home, weka faji, valia venye unavalia. I don't go showing other men.
But I'm doing it. But the thing you don't get, a lot of women do things for them. They don't do things for.
It's true.
The problem with men.
True. But I am part of a society. I'm part of a society. I need to have some respect. Huyu kuna hiki kimse cha boda kikikuonanga hapo kinasema sasa akikubeba sasa
but that's the man, that's not your wife.
Haina shida, ndio nasema my wife has put herself in a position to be looked at na kubebwa hapo. I'm just saying yeye akitoka na ile kitenge yake hata wase wa boda wambebangi for free. Bana akitoka na hiyo nini yake ya gym anabebwa for free.
But hapendi kuvae kitenge anapenda hiyo ajili.
Okay, sawa. So what I'm saying, mimi as Bob.
Utatafuta kitenge.
Mimi as Bob. Utatafuta kitenge. I'm not saying
a lot of women are not being.
I'm saying mimi as Bob nitatafuta wa kitenge.
So, and the Bob is the majority of men in the world.
No. It's not the majority of women.
It's a segmented.
Majority of men in the world just want to wake up and not have their lives uprooted or feel like it is going to change on a whim. I want my life to be stable. I want my wife to feel like I rarely lose anything. I hold on to things. Like I hold on to, like the furniture I have, it's been like with me for over and over and over. Like I move around with my furniture.
So how does that impact
I have sentimental. Mimi, hata my clothes. Me, I wear clothes for 7 years. Mpaka zinaisha. I'm a loyal man. A lot of men are just simple creatures. Mimi kiona ikiraruka inaendelea tu. Ikiraruka sasa inakuwa fashion. Nikivalia ka t-shirt sawa.
But no, sister, let me ask you. This version of you, let me surprise you. The men who are present in our age, they don't value that kind of loyalty. And it's beautiful. You year 1, year 2, monotony kicks in and they're like,
no. You guys don't think you don't get to uproot, but a woman gets to uproot everything.
Again, Kabutai, look. You see what you're doing? What you're doing is you've made it about the woman is free. The woman
because you're talking from a selfish point of view.
The woman is free. The woman is educated. Whatever the woman wants, gets. At no time do you sit back and be like, okay, is this thing that I want as a woman appealing to the man who I want to mate with?
But there's compromise.
No. Skiza. There's compromise in sawa. The man I want to date with needs to have some level of education, some level of X, some level of Y. But I do not have to disrespect his you get what I mean? Like,
but it's reciprocal.
But if my man does not necessarily, if every time navalia hizi manguo ziko hivi, I've never gotten a man, nijaribu siku moja, let me try something different. Sindio, let me try something different. If I get a man with this other different thing, going back to that thing that I was jana does not mean that this man will be okay with this version that I was. You get what I mean? I usually drink and overdrink, and I would whistle at chicks and nini. But if I went back to that when I'm with my wife, it's now like, hey, boss. It's not that I don't want to do those things. It's not that I don't want to wear shorts na niketi hapa tukate maji na maboys wangu na tulini to whistle at chick. Because it's a simple life. I don't do that because my wife expects me not to do those things. And she will not find those things attractive. The same way, me, I'm just saying, my wife can wear whatever she wants to wear.
In the house.
Not in the house. Even going outside, she can wear whatever she wants to wear. It's just that if something extends to be disrespectful to me, I have a right as any person in this world to say that does not work for me. Okay. I'm not telling you to change. I'm not telling you to, I'm just
Bob,
saying for me it does not work for me. I have the right.
But I feel like those are privileges that come not when we are courting, not when we are like those are privileges that come when we are together and you've decided to make a commitment.
When we are courting, you've never won like that. Ama sijai kukuona huko kwa street.
Okay, that's different.
I'm just saying.
How we can sum it up is this, Bob.
I know you the way unavalianga, it's decent.
Okay.
Sindio? I'm not saying that you wear anything off, but you wear what you like to wear, and I can call it decent. So
okay, all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, the way I see you in a club, ndio nakuona hapa ukingojea matatu, I'll be like, hey, okay.
You decided to bring the club home.
I'm not saying no woman should do that. I'm just saying that mimi venye nakujua our friendship staki atikue at some point naambiwa mimi utembea na some kind of woman. I don't want to be my nini in the society. Nitakuita kando nikwambie Kavutai, you're not my wife na you're my friend, you're someone who comes and works around me. And nitakwambia kando, nitakwambia hey Kavutai, if you continue like this, I don't think I want you to be around my situation. Because of the respect that I have for the thing that I want around my life. If you girls used to come hapa, kila wakati mkikuja hapa, you're very skimpily dressed, you're drunk, you're nini, that's your prerogative. But for me, my prerogative is no, not at my place. You get what I mean?
So, but let's agree this, Bob.
And it does not make you less of a woman for me to tell you I don't want this
It's
around
just
me.
your preference.
It is my preference.
And it's okay.
And it's okay for me to say, to
And it doesn't
expect,
mean mine is bad.
to expect you.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, if let's take, wewe insist hivyo ndo nataka kuishi, iko tu sawa. If I leave, iko tu sawa. So you also have the need to leave. Sindio? So if we go to that point of women, yes, they need to have that rap of the feminism rap, like the song, the same song over and
But
over.
it's
The same song.
Women.
So
Anyway.
for me, when you remove that rap from the picture,
But now,
and just look at it like there is decency. There used to be decency. People used to be embarrassed.
it's not that
And we are doing away with shame. Shame is what
right
used
now,
to make
shame
women.
is a social construct. It was brought about by
No.
people who
Like,
are just trying to make you feel a certain way.
Nikienda church, like I used to be embarrassed if I went with a suit that was not ironed.
That's too
Nowadays, I just pull up in
Sikiza
church.
mheshima mnaingia tu nayo.
Ndio, unaingia na
Na pia ambao mnatudanganya. Men friends wenyu. Utasikia mtu akisema best friend ya a man ajemuona 20 years. Huyu ni mse.
But that man, the moment we sit down, aniambia mazejo, mkwaji kofiti.
Nahitaji
Okay. Sasa nikakunulia drink. There are those people who you'll just sit down with, akwambia umekuaje? Umekuwa fiti. Sawa. Nikakunulia drink.
and that's enough for you.
It feeds whatever has been lost in that period of time.
Niko sawa. What statement?
When we drink,
What
you see, that's sort of what I'm saying. I don't have to fix who I am as a man. You don't have to fix who you are as a woman. The only thing.
No, that's
What you're trying to do is you're trying to fix men relationship. I'm not saying they are correct.
No,
I'm saying there's a lot of
fixing
issues.
part I'm saying.
I'm not sikuruki ukiwa unasema ati men need to be X to mentally this all of those things. Ukisema ati mimi tuone tumekata maji na rafiki yangu, you're jumping at it like you know how I should interact with my friend.
No, but
I have not seen my best friend. I have not seen my best friend in 20 years. I know he's not been okay. And it's okay kwa sababu he's
How do you know ameongea hivi wanaume ameongea hivi
after 20 years.
Ati yeye ni mwana wangu sasa najiboria kwa wapi?
But ndio nasema there are some places where you need to fix. If leo nikuje nione my friend, the way I saw you 5 years ago, the way I'm seeing you right now, you look disheveled, you're not okay. Hey, I'll call you, I'll look for your family and be like, hey, is Malik okay? Is Nani okay? I'll look for other men and be like, hey, what is happening there? You used to be the wife. What is happening? What's wrong with him? You know what I mean? I'll follow. But you're okay. I can see, okay, you have 2 kids hapo. You've been struggling with this life of ours. I say, good. As long as tuko hapa, na kesho tutakuwa, tukakata maji because we only have these 30 minutes. Let's drink like I can drink. Because I have not seen you in a while. If you don't drink, let's say, hey, what's up, man? Hey, let's play a game of pool. Leave or two. There doesn't need to be more than that in a lot of times for men. And sometimes that's enough. If you've been brought up right, if I go to my dad and I'm like, hey dad, niaji. Wow. He'll be like, okay, sir.
Sasa what?
Enough. Achia hapo.
I gave you 100%.
Atauliza, is there an issue? So we'll go take a walk. When we are walking, tutaongea stories zingine za shamba, nini, all of these things.
Sasa in the midst of that, and you have to figure out.
In the midst of that, he's opening up. He's telling me his thing. If I have an issue to tell him, nitamwambia, hey dad, mazejo, hapa na hapa, niko na kaka issue, niko na hii, da. Sasa in that milieu, he's going to figure out, hiki kimjamaa, kishaolewa sasa hizi kuna hii tushida kuna hii na usijali usiwe na worry ni kitu kubwa sana, wacha tutaongea na watu wao, kama kuna issue tutafix.
But now Bob, aside from the issue of
because now we are making this conversation a correcting our men thing rather than the reality of what women are going through. The reality of what women are going through is a lot of men have access to cheap thrills, that satisfy them. And as women, you still assume that doing those things, fighting with OnlyFans women, am I looking like OnlyFans women, am I doing, am I X, all of these things in the name of freedom and my all of these things, in the name of all of those things, does not make the men more attracted to you.
No, but Bob, I think there's one thing we need to establish.
Yeah.
There has been this notion of women of
so
this
you don't need men to be attracted to you.
No, not even the attraction part. There's been this notion of men of this age thinking that all women want to look a particular way, want to dress a particular way. Some of us are like, there are things I stand on and you cannot huwezi nitoa hapo. Like, whether we are feminist or not, like there are things and ideologies I really still believe in. So,
which are these things?
Like, there's a lot for me. Like, okay, the OnlyFans part, those are things, if my friends ever got me doing that, they'd take me watanichukua kando.
You personally, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying that you have the choice to dress the way you want. You just choose not to dress in an indecent manner.
No, but
you understand what I mean, indecent?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because right now you have a way that you like to dress, and that's you have your own thing. You just believe that someone else cannot tell you what their preference is in you. But right now, how you dress is okay to a majority of men who will want to wife you. But if one day you just want to have the option of, I can dress skimpily. Like, that's the option that you want.
But those are not privileges, Bob, you
It's
get.
not a privilege. It's not a privilege.
From,
it is, you either way you don't dress like that. I don't understand
why. No, but the
why.
same way umesema, ulikuwa unavaa short, unaenda kwa base ya kegu, na wisa ulikuwa madem, unaacha. Same way, I think and I believe, if you are with somebody who you're working something towards, stories za kuvaa itakuwa na issue. The same way
I don't trust a man about OnlyFans is enough for him.
Skiza, the way you act in the first date, you know how women act, like how all of us act. Even men in this sense. When I go to my first date, I will dress up in the way I want to be seen.
Bob, nowadays people don't put effort. Let me surprise you.
Do you understand? Like, I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about myself when I would go to a first date. But even right now, I still believe women do that still. They still put some effort in how they look, in how they want the man to view them.
Let me ask you.
So sometimes
let's pause there. Let me ask you. Your first date scenarios, the ones that you remember, do you recall like every man having to put, like, did they put effort besides paying the bill, whether you guys paid it together?
No,
like you seeing a man.
It's an expectation setting. You see, for me, if I walked to a first date, dressed up sijui how, and the lady accepts me like that, itakuwa hapo nitaona ode mazee akwa at the bottom of the barrel kasha ni approve nikiwa hivi
nakwambia ukufiti mzee
hapana nakuja niseme kwani wale watu unatafutanga ni nini, but when you go ode mazee pull up amekuona akaona uko sawa, but ile day siko sawa, hata nitakuja tu nimwambie mazee jana kulikuwa na kanoma pahali, sijarudi hata home, sijashower, but siko nataka kuchelewa hii date. I hope how I'm looking is not a bad nini to myself.
But first impression ilikuwa
you get, yeah. But ati ikikuwa let's take nimefika date na tuko hapo, but nikikuja sasa the next date bado nakuja looking the same way na bado I have excuses. First of all, you look at me like, boss, acha ujinga. What do you take me for?
But Mimi Bob, I think.
But you take some effort. You take some effort. You take some effort when you go out, and you should expect the man to take some effort as well. If the man pulls looking like nani, be like, it's okay, boss. Me, I'm not the kind of lady who you take out looking like that. I'm out.
But you see,
hata usimsikize. The next time he's going to take a lady out, he'll think
But sasa unaona hiyo ndio watu tumeweka point of reference. Unakumbuka kwa ile scene ya matatu yenye tulisema now that's where you see somebody anaanza kukurushia maneno.
Yes, but you see,
like,
I'm talking like nowadays you can get a man who is in Mombasa. You've never met this guy.
Yeah.
No. You've never met a guy in Kitengela. Hata forget Kitengela. Hata hapa tu nini. Watu wengi siku hizi they don't date people who are around them. They don't like you utamuona tu kwa street utasema huyu mzee ananijua ameniona huko.
Mwanze kuongea kwa simu.
Utaitikia.
But me, I think the conclusive part of this conversation is
I just need you to probably look within, because there's some level of you being a serious feminist and you being an even seriouser feminist now that I have interacted with you more. There's nothing in this society where whatever you do affects the next person. It's your life.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like your life is your life. No one is correcting your life. No one is trying to tell you. No one is.
But it affects how people interact with you.
It only affects how you feel about yourself and who you are. That life is you. No one is going to tell you who you are, Kavutai. No one is going to tell you who you are, Linet.
But you see, it matters from the perspective that you say.
To her.
No. How people will
I want to interact with you,
interact with
but my values don't align with your values, so I cannot.
Values and all of that aside, but how you are, how you walk, how you choose to walk in your strength or whatever it is that you choose to walk in, that's you. No one should affect that. If you meet someone else who in their own strength is not attracted to who you are, or how you dress, or how you do all of these things, accept that it's okay for this other person to not be attracted to this thing.
What if it's challenging me to be better? To dress better?
If he's challenging you to do those things, you look back in the mirror and be like, hey, me as Kavutai, I've always thought that wearing these mini skirts is the thing, but let me try this long dress.
And that's why I was telling you, Bob.
So this long dress does not define who you are. It just, you're not changing for this person. You're still Kavutai. You're Kavutai. I want to be with a husband. I want to be with a man. I want to get kids. I want to do all of these things. Life is about a compromise in, I cannot do some of the things that I think I want to do. And that acceptance is what a lot of, I think, young women don't have in. You should have the standards of, even if I cannot find this man in this pool of 23-year-olds, let me look at 24-year-olds. Let me look at 27-year-olds.
That's why I'm trying to say this. You see that acceptance of wanting to change for my own good, and because it's a compromise I want to make for a particular person I've met, it is usually accompanied in spaces, or you bring it in spaces where commitment has been proven and somebody wants to show up, because I cannot do that for 23 men. Excuse me, no.
The point is this, even you, those 23 men should not be the men that are in your pool. Out of those 23 men, there's 4 or 5 men who, if they told you to jump, you'd jump. The 23 men are men who you have access to, but they're not the men you want to be with.
Huh? I have access to, but they're not the men I want to be with.
There's no 23 men in this world. There's no pool of 23 men who you can, wakisimama hapo, you'll root them down to 3 or 4.
Yeah, okay.
The 23 men, 20 of them are neither here nor there, and you know that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You get?
So now I'm left with the 3 or 4.
There's 3 or 4. Out of those 3 or 4, there's one who will put in the right effort to get to the point where you say, okay,
I'm willing.
This man,
nitafikiria, acha
it's not ati nitafikiria. Ulifikiria pale ulifika 3 or 4 people. Hapo ndio ulikuwa unafikiria.
And you see,
with this man, unakuja unaangalia unasema, hey, huyu ni MSDA.
Hapana.
And I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Nataka kuvaa makeup
because at the point when umetoka kutoka 20 to 3 to 1 or 2, at that point you have just the option of he is the person I want to be with.
But sasa nikuulize Bob, juu si tumekuwa na watu wenye waliafahamu kukua such kind of people, because I remember for me, like for my first relationship, a lot of people were there, like when I decided to like take it serious. No, sasa ndio nakwambia, I did the elimination aspect, got to this one person.
Go to that one. Did you ever take them home?
Not take them home, but they knew haisema kwa najua watu wetu.
No, did they come home? Like I mean, Christmas or Easter, did they ever come home?
No, for what?
Yeah. Because you didn't expect them to do that. Kwa sababu you think there is a lot of time between you and marriage.
Yes.
You see, when I found the one, it is niaje? I'm going home.
Ajilete home ajireport.
Sometimes a lot of times it is not that easy. A lot of times it is we have a wedding of a cousin. Be my date.
But it's not easy.
Inakuanga soft launch. Unajua kuna soft launch. Si ati namwambia umuite lunch nyumbani. No, I'm saying you have a wedding.
Sasa hata hii ya kujua watu like my cousins, that's also a soft launch because they voluntarily came.
Nakuja na rafiki yangu.
Ndio. So ulimleta kwa harusi siku moja. Your dad knows there's a guy hapo who is singer.
Yeah, so they are by
2 times, akimwona 2 times, you know your dad will do what? Atakuuliza, who your friend?
Huyo ni nani?
Kwetu sidhani unaweza peleka.
But nisema kwa harusi ya cousin yako. Something like that.
Yenye mzazi yako.
But you see,
Ndio nasema, you see, at your age, your parents have accepted and they should accept. Oh, you're an old woman. Say
I'm not.
I don't necessarily think that you understand, and that's why sort of we have these are conversations at JABA. I don't necessarily think that we are aligned in terms of where we are in terms of thinking. I think we need to have more of these conversations intergenerationally and between sexes in a sense where we figure out. I get what you're saying about feminism and what your freedom and all of that.
Because it's also played a part in the women that have become
it
right
just doesn't have to be.
Because even men are living a lot of their femininity.
No. It just forget all of that. It doesn't have to be an echo chamber in the world where we define truths by what we have learned and what we have sort of become used to. Feminism doesn't have to be the culture that alisema kitu kama culture is accepted experiments. So
true.
So things that have been experimented with become like cultural norms. Because they were experiments. They all started as experiments.
And the society agreed.
The first woman who had her child by herself, akaachwa na bwana yake, and raised this kid by themselves, that was an experiment. The first woman who said, it's okay, I'll do it by myself. I don't need you. That was an experiment. Then another woman saw that and they were like, oh, they accepted that they can also do it. I don't necessarily want to get married by someone else. My husband has died. I can raise my child. It doesn't have to be left peke yake. There are positions where...
But that's freedom. And that's
what but at that time, 1950, that was an experiment. It was not the norm. It was an experiment. Someone started, then it became a norm. But you see, norms should not override societal truths. We should not say that I can raise a child by myself. I'll pay someone to do that. Mungu pale yako anasema sasa ukikosa kupatia pesa utalipa nani?
But
don't put that as a prayer for God to answer.
And it's not a prayer, bro. Most of these issues
the things that
come out as a circumstance.
No. The things that you've not gone through that circumstance. You're not at the position where you are so badly off that there's no man who's interested in you, so that you're looking for men to pay to give you kids.
Okay.
You know.
And it's not a fast option.
Even if it gets there, you can go and get a sperm. You go buy
whatever, IVF.
Yeah. You can go and do that. No one has refused. And that's part of the freedom. But at your age, at a Gen Z age,
you're too young.
You're too young. You should not accept the mistakes of our mothers. Because some of our mothers should have raised kids by themselves with out of, I have to do this. My husband died. I have to raise my kids. Some of them, they found themselves in a situation, got raped, whatever. They got a kid young, they were left, whatever it is. They were strong enough to continue. But some of our mothers, some of them, I'm not saying all of them, some of them went looking for it. They found it. Then they were like, this is the wrong man. And now I'm in this situation. And then now you have a bitterness with this raising the child. A lot of mothers who have kids and they don't speak about it in a bad sense. They don't want that to be their child's life. If you're a single mother and you want that to be, you're okay with that to be your child's life, that's wrong. If you're okay with that being your sister's life because you're a single mother, that's wrong. You get what I mean? We should not be okay with things just because
You're okay with it.
just because they are norms now. I am a single mother now, you show it's okay. About the women. No, it shouldn't be.
Okay, I think that's it. But as for me and my generation,
It's a crazy one,
there's a lot of factors to it. Let me just say that. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, karibu again to
Stories of JABA.
Opinions of JABA.
Na LK. So
With the LK, girls at LK.
na kama huja watch your last time and
Kwa
you
sababu
very interesting.
both of you are leaving. Both of you are leaving me.
Are we?
Standard.
I'm not quite sure. I'm leaving.
Me nitakuwa na come. I'm very intentional.
Unaona,
1600.
I'm very intentional with friends, even not only even because of the podcast.
Yeah.
Friends.
Wako na friends.
Sherehe, oh my goodness.
Eh?
Ule-
Si unaenda
utaki
Busia, kwani
kwenda Busia?
Unaenda huko tafuta nini
Atakuja
huko?
huko.
Nikivuka boda Uganda naenda kusikiza nani?
Mwambie 6
Wacha huko wako wengi.
Nenda kusikiza nani?
Unaenda kupata akili.
authentic watu wenye hata hawako ni hidden gems
Ni
kind of.
sawa.
Unakuja
I'm
hapa
not
na-
complaining about traveling
unakuja hapa
16
na-
hours. I'm fine with
You're
it.
fine.
I'm fine with it.
Sasa unaona this is how you will not get a husband huko. Na huko sasa ndio labda your husband is.
I know.
Sasa una
Enda kapige sherehe huko beba na baiskeli. You know, enjoy the life.
Una-
God,
Una-
in heaven, I will
Una-
sit.
Ninaenda
Not my father.
Kuna 30 acres. Sikia mtu kuna 30 acres hapo karibu.
Bado nakwambia
Na kuna
ugali
nini?
ni ya kisiagi. Kuna
Baba yako akisema sawa ni sawa.
mreza.
Enda kwa mzae.
I know.